Good morning.
Hey, yo, what the?
10K TV.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of 10K TV presented by 10,000 Takes. I'm Boss Man, joined by journalists Jake and Sarge. I was on a plane back from Amsterdam about an hour ago, and it feels great to be back in USA, greatest country in the world.
King of the Cassie.
Oh my God, it feels great to be back. I'm great. I'm grateful, even though I'm jet lagged and it's technically 2 a.m. where I've spent the last week. No, 3 a.m. I'm happy to be back talking sports. Hockey is all the way back. We already witnessed the Blackhawks lose, and I got to witness Sarge watch the Blackhawks lose. So
Nice.
I'm in a great mood right now. I'm pretty chipper.
Yeah.
How are you guys doing?
Yeah, doing well. And just as the title suggests, we're just happy it's the opening hockey week. We made it back, and I didn't realize the Blackhawks. I didn't realize until last night that it was opening night tonight.
Dude,
I
game
thought it
started
was
at 4 today.
I thought it was Wednesday or Thursday. Obviously, at least Thursday with the Wild, but I thought it was maybe Wednesday. And then, so not only I find out that it's opening night tonight, but the Blackhawks lost their first game. So that's great.
Already
Sarge's big
0-1,
Blackhawks.
Sarge.
Yep, already 0-1. No points in your first game.
Yep.
So they played hard. They played hard.
They did play hard. Spencer Knight is he's also sick.
Yeah,
he's pretty
he's
good.
good.
Sure.
And now we're watching Rangers Penguins. Dude, these Rangers jerseys are filthy.
Oh, they are. Holy fuck.
Those
Igor's
classic.
pad set up too.
Oh yeah,
It's
his pads are awesome.
MSG.
Those are sweet.
Yeah, good transition to our first topic. I mean, hockey is all the way back. We could talk college, could go deep into that, but just starting with the Wild. Some things that happened while I was overseas. Philip Gustafson got a big extension. What was it, like 5 years, 6.5, something like
Yeah.
that.
38 million total or something.
Yeah.
Nothing horrible.
Solid deal for a solid goalie.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong. I think some people were upset with it, but I don't see anything wrong with it in the sense of I think he's a good enough goalie to make a run in the playoffs. I don't think I think last year or the last couple of years when they've lost in the first round, I would say Gustafson was the least of our concerns.
Yeah.
He did everything I thought to win those series. I think he had a game last year or the year before where he had 50 some odd saves.
There's usually one of those games per series where it's 50
Yep.
plus that he faces, and we somehow win the game.
We somehow win the game. He makes great saves. I think he's done enough. I'm just a little surprised in the sense that they committed to him 5 years. I thought they would been more on the boat of we got to move forward towards a Volstead future, and then we can't commit to a netminder like this. But if he agrees to numbers like that, I can't complain. He's a good, solid goaltender.
What if Gus is the goalie of the future?
Yeah, maybe
You
that's
already
what
got
they're
him?
insinuating.
You already got him, but then you got another guy. Gus is the guy.
You
He
can
is
have
the
too
guy.
many
I think
guys.
I think Volstad could be a guy. He could be a guy, but
could be.
he's certainly not. I think Gustafson is the guy.
Well, yeah, and I had to look it up to confirm it again. But yeah, he's only Volsted's only 22 years
Yeah.
old.
By the time
young.
Gustafson's deal is over, Volstad will be the age that Gustafson is now. 'Cause
Yeah.
Gustafson is 27, which they say goalies in the NHL don't really truly hit their peak or start to peak
Until they're
until they're
damn near
27.
This is a good question here since you're on the topic. How are we feeling about Wallstead? I feel like we may have ruined him hope. That's him, not me.
We got time.
Yeah.
And,
I think we
and
still have more
We're gonna
time.
do the tandem bit.
Yeah,
where that's what most teams do now. Most teams have 2 solid goalies, and even if they don't, like they go 80-20. Like that's probably what they'll do this year. Is like 80% of games Gustafson will play, or pending he gets sick or injured. Hopefully not. Knock on wood. That's when Wallstad will show up, and you put Wallstad in against the shitty teams and build his confidence. We'll put him in against the Hawks, Sarge. How about
Yeah.
that?
Good plan.
Yeah, that
That's
would
a
be
good
great.
plan.
Yeah, I think Volstead, there hasn't been enough. He hasn't had enough time. I think every time that we put him in the last couple years is when we were just absolutely struggling with injuries.
Yeah.
And we were pretty much an AHL team, and it was always against like the Stars or the Avalanche, and they
Yeah.
were completely healthy. So we
Yeah.
were feeding him to the Wolves.
So I think that's what
Essentially.
that comment refers to, is that we were ruining.
Okay.
The way he was played, at least his first few NHL starts, were tough. I don't know if you guys also saw the clip of when Gustafson, 2 weeks after signing his extension that Kirill, signed 2 weeks before, they do the whole press conference. If you remember that clip where Billy G was like, you better be fucking excited. Gustafson showed up to his press conference. And he's like, I am very excited. I'm very excited.
Yeah.
Like,
He had to say it because he's like, oh, Bill will get the mad. I got to say I'm
Bill
excited.
was going to be like, he better be fucking excited. He just got paid too. Everyone's getting paid.
You get money. You get money. Oprah Winfrey
Yeah.
style, right?
Yeah.
But no, I love to see it. I love his I love his. That's why I love hockey. Is all the players with those accents in general. It's just great. So
Are you
I'm
guys
happy.
going to the home opener?
Can't.
We're going to
Well,
get
I
into that.
can't.
Well, the Gopher football game is at
6:30.
Oh yeah, we definitely
and it
can't.
sucks because I'm like, if they had scheduled that game
Playing Purdue,
playing Purdue homecoming
6:30.
6:30,
Why the should be an 11 a.m. game? What are we doing?
2 primetime games in a row, and it'll actually be 3 primetime Gopher football games in a row. They play the next Friday against Nebraska
jeez.
at 7 p.m. So I was.
I definitely thought that one was going to be at 11, and I even had a note written down of how you could parlay the games and maybe railgate in the middle.
Yep.
You can't.
You can't do that.
You got to
now.
pick one or the other. If I didn't have Gopher football season tickets, I'd probably go to the Wild game, but
I consider it, but I'm like, there's only so many Gopher football home games. There's going to be 40 other home games for the Wild,
Yeah.
so we'll have
plus
time.
playoffs.
Just
not
sucks. It is home opener, but it's against the Blue Jackets. Whatever, we'll get over it. But yeah, I was hoping it was an 11 a.m. game as well because I was like, we could, make that day a
Double up,
doubleheader.
Double up. Oh, I just said,
dip a little
Sarge, you
bit.
might have been typing. I said you could go to the Gopher football game and then railgate your way to the Wild game.
Oh, dude, that would be sick.
That would be a good day.
You can pick it up.
Good day.
We took the light rail from after a Gopher game to a Wild game one night.
Yeah.
I remember we went down. Well, actually, I don't think we went to the game, but we went down to Truck Park, got like a 40, and then went to Tom Reed's and just got the 2-for-1s.
Yeah.
It's like we could at least have done that, and
That's like one of the rare scenarios where it makes sense to take the light rail.
Mm-hmm.
And this is coming from a guy who just took trains all week for his first time in Europe. The light rail system is even funnier to me now
yeah,
because of how efficient they have it figured out there, whereas we're just like, yeah, I'm going to drink Fireball on that thing one time in the summer, and then maybe if I want to go from Minneapolis to St. Paul and not pay for an Uber, I'll do. I don't have any other use for it outside of
yeah,
that.
right, exactly. But I think we'll maybe make it work. Maybe there'll be another game we can. We'll have to look at the Gopher football schedule and figure it out. It's super convenient because it is right there next to the stadium.
I know we're talking Wild, and we will get back to the hockey. The first story that hit, like when I left and went to Europe, do you guys see the kid from White Bear Lake who was 22 years old?
Oh yeah! Oh my gosh!
22 years old and was pretending to be in high school from White Bear Lake.
Wasn't he playing football?
He was playing
too?
football. Is straight up from bench warmers. I am 12.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude.
How do you fake that in this day and age
I
with
don't know how I just
technology,
thought of that.
databases, computers? Oh man, that's actually so
I
funny.
mean, luckily obviously the parents were very concerned about child predator type reasons. It didn't sound like there was any of that going on. It sounded like this guy just wanted to be a baller at football.
yeah, it sounded like he just
That's
wanted to be in high
gotta
school,
respect it.
and he was probably low key popular.
Yeah.
He became the popular guy, like going back to school. But
There's
I
like
just
so
wonder how
many
that happened.
good animated shows and movies about adults going back to high school,
Mm-hmm.
like faking it and like winning a bet or something. And this
Like
guy,
21 Jump Street
yeah,
On
yeah,
Jump Street, what's
and
another one?
22 Jump Street.
Yep.
this guy actually did it. Mm-hmm. Fucking crazy. This is the first thing I miss when I leave.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yep. There's just a story. I just remember seeing the first headline, like 21-year-old goes to school. I'm like, oh, what is this, like an undercover thing?
yeah,
No.
yeah, like 21 Jump Street.
This guy just faked it. It made me think, like, could I try to fake some documents here and like
Go be goalie.
go be
for-
goalie, and I'd still wouldn't make the team probably.
Yeah, still play junior gold.
I'd still be getting the junior gold. He's our best jam junior gold goalie we have around. Oh shit. Well, now I'm back to square one.
Back to where I started.
Oh man.
Also, going back to hockey, I was talking to some German guy at Oktoberfest, just shit faced, and I'm like, dude, Leon Draisaitl. He had no idea who I was talking about.
Oh my gosh. How did Germans not know about Leon Draisaitl?
I'm like, this is your guy.
Yeah.
This is like of all the athletes worldwide, well, especially in hockey, like this is your dude. And then of course I Googled where he's from, didn't even recognize the town, and he's like, oh yeah, I know. Okay, and I'm like, okay, yeah. I'm like, you next time you get asked that, you got to be quicker.
You got to say
This
yes.
is one of your guys.
You
But
got to do it.
oh, sorry. Zuki and Sturm on it's dude. Like I said, this is like 4 a.m. for me right now. I'm just
Hacking up along.
up a lung. I'm
Do you
just.
have mono?
I definitely have something from all that schneef I was doing. Do you know what schneef is?
I don't know what that is.
It's this powder. It's this nicotine powder in Germany that everyone does. It's not cocaine. It's not
snort it?
Sure,
you snort it.
sure.
That's what they call it. They wanted you to think
Yeah.
it's nicotine powder.
No,
but-
I brought some back. We're gonna do some. We're gonna do some sheaf
man.
next week. It's pretty harmless.
Okay. I just don't know about snorting things up, putting things up my nose anymore.
What about
It's
your bum?
PTSD? My bum?
You can.
Oh, sure.
Dude,
Why
there
not?
there were. I did see like Americans who had never done schneef, like putting it in their gums. I'm like, no, this is not cocaine. It's very different.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I want it to be cocaine.
I'm
just joking.
Zuki and Sturm. Dude, the weird thing, like, what's going on with Nico Sturm? Because they said after like day 1 of camp, well, he kind of hurt his back. He's just gonna be sidelined for a little bit. And now apparently there's like no information on how he is or what his timetable is. He hasn't been placed on LTIR or anything like that.
No?
But Russo has pointed out how weird it is that we haven't heard anything on how Nico Sturm is doing. He's not playing.
Yeah, no, but I thought I saw, along with him and Brodeen, that we'll expect them back sometime this month. Potentially-
Okay.
I think Brodeen potentially next week, which is what they're shooting for.
Yeah.
Sturm probably around the same timetable. So I don't think it's anything that we should be incredibly concerned about, unless it's going to be a pain for him throughout the season, where it could be kind of coming up.
I don't know, dude.
Going
Back,
in, but-
back stuff can suck.
Yeah.
It can be recurring. It can keep
Sarge,
getting
you
up
know.
to you.
I thank God I actually don't know that much.
Or that's Marlo. Marlo has
Marlo's
he's
bad
had
at
a
space.
long
Marlo.
history of back
Dad back.
issues.
You guys are doing a good job talking about the Wild right now.
What
You're
else
all
do we
over
got
the
here?
place.
These are the
It's
notes
fun.
I had to write. Like,
Hey,
on the car
game
ride
hasn't-
here.
the games haven't started yet, but yeah, no. But then another player, yeah. So Brodeen, Zuccarella's out for a couple months, which sucks. I'm looking forward to Danila Yerov's debut. Right,
yep.
he's gonna be probably a fourth line guy, but
And
you know,
ripped Liam Ogren.
yeah, ripped Liam Ogren, a new Liam Ogren.
Yeah.
like he's gone Super Saiyan, whatever.
And
Liam
he's
Ogren.
got. This is going to be
Evolved.
his best chance to prove himself with Zuccarello being out. He's definitely got a slot in that lineup somewhere. So he'll be on the opening night roster. It would be good to see him pan out, because I think if he doesn't pan out this year, it's goodbye.
Yeah, I think so too. I
It's-
think we've already put a lot into him.
Hope
He's
you know how to
bounced around.
speak more AHL, because that's what he's been doing.
Oh, Jake, did Billy G ever call you back? from
Oh,
Cheese
yeah,
Dog?
that's right.
Never did.
Okay.
Never called me back. I'm a little disappointed, but
Never
you know
gave
he's
public comment.
never gave public comment. But you know what? We'll get a hold of him. At
Kind
some
of a
point.
coward move, if
Yeah.
I'm being honest.
Yeah, come on, Bill. This is a big week. You know, the starting of the first week of the games here, and gave you a call last week on the big signing. But you know what? That's fine.
We
We'll
also
hear from him again.
tried to tell him about McDavid. We could have gotten McDavid for $13 million, according to the deal he signed.
Right.
What, 2 years, 12 and a half?
Yep.
I mean, obviously, at first I was like, God damn it. I really thought he was. I mean, I talked on this show, I talked online, argued with people about how McDavid's contract is going to blow Kaprizov's out of the water. But also, this is like a very bridge, team friendly prove it deal, or I'm out. So there's no security to it, but it does also kind of suck knowing we're paying. Not that Kaprizov is bad,
Yeah.
but McDavid's McDavid, and you're paying him, $4 million less a year for 2 years. So
Yeah, I think, but I think over time we have a better deal with the 8 years.
Yeah, because
it's with the cap and everything. We're investing in a player over 8 years. This is just 2 years. I think the less years you pay a guy, what in the fuck is that? My phone?
this is me. I'm
That's
sorry.
you. No, you're good. I know I was just paranoid. I think the less years you're going to see just more money. That's just how it is. So you
Yeah,
can get more
yeah.
out of it.
I mean, the cap's going up. I would imagine the next big deal, like this is clearly a team friendly prove it bridge deal. So I don't think this one really counts. But the next time he signs like a 4 to 5+ year deal, it is going to be bigger than Kaprizov.
It will
no
for
doubt.
sure.
Yeah.
I thought Edmonton, and they were probably pushing to probably have it for more than 2 years, and they were probably willing to throw the house at him or throw the bank at him. But he probably is like, no, I want to win a cup here in 2 years, or I'm gone.
Just crazy that he would take less money to live in Edmonton, Alberta.
I know. It's like
All places. I would take that. I would take that money to live in like Vegas, L.A., Florida.
yeah, I would say for sure Florida with the taxes.
Yes, especially there. I
Texas,
guess. Yeah, maybe
Dallas,
not California.
Utah
yet.
now
Yeah.
maybe. I don't know. There's some more a little bit more appealing areas of North America to go to than Edmonton. I would
Yeah,
think.
I know he got drafted there. Leon took a hometown deal or a hometown discount is what they call it. But still, yeah, you're getting paid significantly less money than other people to live in Edmonton.
to live in Alberta, Edmonton. I don't know. I've never been there, clearly, but there can't be a lot outside
There's
of
not a
the
lot.
hockey.
Yeah,
It's just Canadian accents, overpriced booze,
yeah.
and
Escrow, whatever that is.
escrow. A lot of weird shit happening up there.
Tim Hortons. I have had Tim Hortons. Good stuff.
I have had Tim Hortons as well.
Yeah,
I also have had.
Yeah, Tim Hortons
their
is
donut
good.
holes, dude.
The donut holes are what they're known for. Yes, the donut holes and coffee.
Yeah, coffee.
So-
But yeah, not much else on the Wild. Season opener is Thursday already.
No.
So if
In
you're
St.
listening, to
Louis.
this- yeah, St. Louis in St. Louis. I did see a funny video where it was like this person who was traveling to St. Louis, and she's like, "Okay, what the hell even is the Arch? Like, this isn't cool at all." And this guy was like, "Quick clarification from someone from St. Louis." The Arch was originally a handle stuck into the earth by God himself so that he could pull St. Louis out and fire it into the fucking sun.
Yeah, and I think
And as someone who's been there, I agree with that take.
I would say God is pretty damn close to doing that. If St. Louis doesn't, especially if the Blues don't do anything this year, so he was pretty close when they re-signed or when they signed Ryan Suter.
Yeah.
That was stupid of
Yep.
them. And now Ryan Suter is
Getting technically getting paid by 3 different teams. He's still getting paid by us. It's just not the cap hits that were. I think it's $900,000 or something for the next few years, but still,
nothing.
we even said it. I think we said it when Billy was here. We're like, dude, credit to Ryan Suter. He's getting paid by 3 different teams not to work for them.
I know.
That's like the American dream.
Yeah, Stars.
Paid a lot of money to not work.
That's a lot of Americans. That's a lot of Americans' dreams.
Yeah.
My
Getting
dream.
paid not to work
Yeah.
and everything, right?
Yeah, it's Stars, Predators, and now technically the
Oh,
Wild.
the Blues.
Or not the Predators. Yeah,
He
the
played
Blues.
for the Predators before he came.
They
to
might
the
still
Wild,
be
but
paying him for something.
There could be some under the table deal.
Yeah, it could be like
royalties.
it could be like a Bobby. What's his name? The guy from the Mets.
Oh yeah, he's still getting what, like $2 million a year? Or
Yeah.
something?
Bobby Bonilla. or
yeah,
whatever?
Bobby Bonilla. Yeah, it could be like one of those scenarios where they're just paying Ryan Suter still not to. Maybe he's like banned from Nashville, and as long as he stays away, they pay him $2 million.
Yeah.
because he's just such a cocksucker.
Right, or somehow they're still selling his jerseys in the arena,
Yeah.
which would make absolutely no sense.
Nothing else on the hockey front really. North Dakota blew out, I think, Manitoba Saturday.
Very big win for them.
Minnesota though,
Yeah,
Jake?
we split Michigan Tech. The
not
Gophers.
Michigan State,
Not Michigan State, but
not
Michigan.
Michigan,
Well, I know, but Michigan Tech is a
not Western Michigan,
not Western Michigan,
national champions.
or what's the other northern? There's Northern Michigan.
Yeah, there's probably a Southern Michigan.
Somewhere in some capacity. I would say Michigan Tech is a well-known Division I hockey school. They have had good programs in the past. I would say it's not the end of the world to split them, especially at the beginning of the season. If we would have got swept early on, this early, sure, but
Wait, this isn't sarcasm. This isn't sarcasm.
no.
Oh,
I think it's fine. I think it's fine to split
knew
the
Michigan
Michigan
Tech.
Tech. Michigan Tech. Michigan Tech was
What's their mascot?
they were not a part of the WCHA, were they? No, they
I don't
were not.
think so.
I think they've had good programs
you
in the
sure
past.
they've
though.
been D1 for that long?
Yes.
They have been they're a they've had some they're like well-known Division I hockey team, hockey school.
Yeah,
Michigan
without a
Tech.
doubt.
They've had some very good teams.
Okay.
Yeah, they're not. It's not like some team that just became Division I the last year or so. The college hockey.
Sounds like a lot of cope, Jake.
What? Well, sure, maybe. I got a little bit of the caught a little bit of the cope disease, I guess. But I mean, what's the elite college hockey minds? I should say. I think would kind of agree with me. Michigan Tech hockey.
Yeah, Michigan Tech hockey's been around since like the dawn of time.
Yeah, they've been a well-known.
Okay.
hockey
Shout out to
program.
Walker Highland, who my buddy from Woodbury that played at
I
Michigan
just
Tech.
forgot
He
what
gave me a
okay.
stick.
This is-
Gave me a stick.
Did he
was
sign it?
perfect. No, but it did break.
Oh,
This was in college.
yeah.
The
After
Michigan Tech
he-
high
Did you
school
use it in like intramurals?
Fuck yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I absolutely.
Yeah.
It was a
Better
sick
have.
stick. It was CCM TAC something. Pretty
Nice.
baller.
Yeah, they've won 3 national championships. and
Okay.
their last one they won in 1975 was over the Gophers.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay.
there we go.
So
probably shouldn't have looked at. I'm just curious. what
Having a
fucking-
50-year drought up there in Michigan Tech.
right, but they've had
Looking to break through. Maybe this is the year, Jake.
They have. Well, I'm just on the. Now I'm on a rabbit hole of. They made last time they made it to the NCAA tournament was last year. They made the NCAA tournament the last like 3 or 4 years in a row.
Okay. Yeah.
So they're a solid hockey program.
Okay. Yeah. No, I definitely. It's ringing a bell now.
Michigan Tech, Northern Michigan, we would have a little bit more issues, but
Yeah.
I swear they were part of fucking the WCHA, but I could be totally wrong and just.
CCHA.
I just might be confusing their logo with Colorado College because I remember walking
No, they have
around.
same. No, dude,
Yeah.
you're definitely on the right track because they have basically the same exact logo, same exact colors.
Yeah.
I get that.
Yeah, I remember walking around Mariucci back in the day when they would have they would have all the teams on around the banisters or whatever on
Yeah.
the pillars that were in the
It
WCHA,
was
and it's where I
Michigan
remember
Tech.
seeing. But I think it was. I'm pretty sure that was Colorado College, and I'm just getting them mixed up. But no, Michigan Tech is not as bad as like they sound. As a
Okay,
school.
got it.
They almost sound like a Cradle school. Sure,
That was my original thesis, but
Yeah.
after the research,
college
again.
football or college basketball. Yeah, we
Yeah.
would have some issues if you lost to them if you're a
Yeah.
big time school. But hockey, not so bad.
Okay.
we're fine. We're
Okay.
fine.
All right. Let's move on. Anything else on hockey we got? It's just
We already moved.
this will be a big week. This will be a big
Yeah.
week. You know, you got to start off on the right foot. The Wild are actually, knocking on wood again, pretty famous for starting off the year hot and then getting injured as fuck in like December. So I wouldn't be surprised if we started off like undefeated through like 10 games, but just historically speaking. But yeah, excited to see the jerseys unveiled, even though or it's been unveiled, but see them in action, even though it's only like 4 games. But also one of my buddies texted me they had a little gift for like the 25th anniversary for season ticket holders.
Oh yeah,
Pretty cool gift. It's like I'm gonna pull up the text here. What it is?
dude. By the way, I was right. Michigan Tech was a part of the WCHA.
Okay.
Like in
Oh,
the heydays.
Hey, look at this.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yep.
Commemorative
was right.
ticket for the 25th anniversary game or 25th anniversary season, like this booklet thing, and then a QR code that plays like a video.
Oh, that's
cool.
sweet.
So
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Did I see? Well, so that was for the member season ticket members.
yeah,
or
it's
whatever?
the member season
Damn
ticket
it, we
member
don't get
gift.
that. I saw that Felino showed up to a guy's house. That was really badass.
Fuck.
He just
Oh,
bringing in a
you-
cookie.
that's a
So hungry, guys.
Okay, I'm gonna eat the cookie.
that's a cookie from.
Oh my gosh, where's
Where
that
did we
cookie
get?
from?
Oh, North Star Deli, dude. Those
North Star
cookies are
Deli.
good.
It's dry.
Yeah,
That's a
that
cookie.
was from the Ryder Cup, which, by the way, tons of Europeans just chirped me about the Ryder Cup. One of them would bring up golf, and then our friend Donnie would just point to me and be like, "Oh, he's a golf fan. You should bring up the Ryder Cup." And then it's just all these blokes just giving it to me.
Yeah, that's
All these
hilarious.
lads.
Yeah.
So real tough look. And
Just
I
throwing it all
had
on
no
you.
defense. I just had to. I was like, you know what, fellas?
to tell ya.
I got to sit here and take it. I got no defense.
You won one singles match on Sunday, but other than that,
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
kind of
that's the only
sucked
way-
at that, and
really
Victor
sucked on
Hovland
Sunday.
faked an injury. But yeah, other than that,
Other than that, you did kind of kick our ass Friday and
Yeah.
Saturday. That allowed them to win. So there's nothing really else to defend or say there.
yeah. Well,
Can't really do anything.
really great transition.
Oh no.
More European talk is with the Vikings.
Oh yeah, the Vikings.
London.
Okay.
Wait.
London
I thought we
game.
were gonna talk
Oh
about the
no.
Gophers.
Sorry. I passed right through that segment because I literally slept through this game, considering I was,
It was a game to worth sleeping
Yep.
through.
I
other
wasn't.
than-
I was drunk in Europe, and I wasn't gonna stay awake to watch the Gophers in Ohio State because I knew how it was gonna go, and it went exactly how I thought.
Yeah, it was. I didn't expect. I expected them to lose. You're playing the number one team in the country, a team that is not only recruits well but takes advantage of this transfer portal like no other team. And
Whose head coach has a nipple ring, even though that was photoshopped.
Let's just
You guys
go with
remember
the
that?
fact that he has a
The
nipple
Ryan
ring.
Day nipple ring
Yeah,
picture.
Yeah,
Ugh.
I think no, I don't think that was Photoshop. I think that was real.
He
I
might
wouldn't
have
be
been wearing
shocked if that guy gets a little weird.
Yeah.
Seems like a weird dude. Him and that Luke Fickle sucks, by the way. At
Oh
Wisconsin.
yeah, no, that's great.
I'm
They
so
should.
glad.
Speaking of, they should sign him to a 10-year extension.
They-
as far as I care.
They really should. But yeah, it wasn't. I wasn't surprised. I thought they were going to be a little closer than that, and not lose by 40 points and only put up like 3 points. That was rough. Drake Lindsey started off 8 for 8 though.
Yeah.
I think on the first drive, and then it just went downhill from there. And then, what are we doing? Why are we trying to kick a field goal when we're down by 40 with 5 minutes left? in
That's
the
what we
game?
call a sad guy field goal. That's like we want it to look better on paper than what it was.
But even if you're gonna try to kick a field goal with that much time left, which makes no sense, you might as well just go for it. At least make it. Just pushes it right, and it's like this is just this. That's officially when like I'm it's over. Like I
Just
knew
blame
it
it
was
on
over,
a
but
just blame
I
it on a
was-
TV wire.
Yeah, we could do that with like the Vikings, right? We could say it was on the TV. It was a fucking TV wire. Okay, great.
Columbus TV wires.
Let's just give them the field goal to make it 42-6.
Yeah. Is that
goodness.
you remember that headline where it's like Chris Paul hits a big time 3 to be down 56 points?
Oh,
or whatever?
yeah.
Have you seen
Yep.
that headline?
Yep.
It's like that.
Yeah, it'd have been great. Gophers, the headline to make it look better in Minnesota's perspective should be, I forgot who the name of our kicker, but Gophers hit kick with 5 minutes left to make it a
36
point game.
deficit. Yeah.
instead of 46 or 40 or whatever it was. They should have did something like that. But no, it was a very rough game. I had people texting me during the game bitching about a play PJ Fleck called. I'm like, dude, we're down by 30.
Yeah, it doesn't.
It doesn't matter.
It never mattered.
It never mattered. The difference in that game was talent level and recruiting, and that was it. We maybe could have scored a couple more touchdowns to make us not look like Northwestern State.
Yeah.
Or some
They had us beat
Pee-wee
by
football
a
team?
couple mil in the NIL bank too, which we can't do anything about.
no. It just we had no
We're just at a
shot.
different level with that. stuff.
It was not a coaching thing at all. Like that wouldn't have made a difference. So yeah, it was
It's out of the way.
fucked.
We knew when we saw that one on the calendar.
Big L.
We made the joke that we thought we were going to beat them and then lose to Purdue.
Yeah. But
Might just flip flop it now. Now that we lost to Ohio State, everything feels right. I think now we beat Purdue.
we should. Purdue isn't.
Universe remains balanced.
Yeah, we'll be balanced. We'll be back to normal. Yeah, unless it is homecoming. We haven't been that great on homecoming the last few years. So
I think we also predicted that we'd lose to Rutgers.
we did.
Didn't we?
We think that was a scarier, sneaky
I thought
game.
that was a track game.
Yeah, but then we'd beat Ohio State. So it's kind of flipping on us
Yeah.
right now. We would have to look back of the prediction we made. I think
I think we said a win on Purdue.
I think we said over Purdue a win. I think the only game we might be fucked up on right now is California. We
Yeah,
should've
that
beat
one.
California.
I don't think
They're
anyone
bad.
saw that coming. That was tough. That one was real. Speaking of staying up late for a game, highly regret that one.
Yeah.
In hindsight, I should have. That was another one of
way too
those.
late.
I would have been fine being in Europe and sleeping through that one too.
That was a 9:30 game. Like
Yeah.
that was disgusting.
Yeah.
Hey, we could be Penn State though. You lose to probably the worst fucking team
Yeah,
in football.
yeah,
like
they're
UCLA.
beatable.
Like what the UCLA is bad. Like they
Yeah.
got destroyed to
Yeah.
Northwestern at their high school stadium right by Lake Michigan.
Kind of a cool stadium though.
It is kind of a cool setup being by the water.
Mm-hmm.
The stadium definitely seems very like a practice facility. That's kind of just been that little bit on a practice facility on steroids. But yeah, UCLA is not a good team, and they lost they beat Penn State. So we could be in that boat of a game that I think Penn State was probably heavily favored in.
Yeah.
We were not favored. The spread was like 23.5, so we did kind of get our asses handed to us more than even what the books thought. But it just wasn't going to happen in Columbus. It was funny that I would still see fans. They would still be showing fans, with the decked out paint and everything. They're up by 35 points, and they're still screaming like it's a
The
close game.
OHIO.
Yeah, or the OHIO. Yeah,
It's literally spelling the name of the state.
the check to see if you're smart,
Yeah.
or at least that you can spell a 4-letter word.
Yeah.
Good, congratulations.
Dude, speaking of like Ohio, I'm not going to make this whole Europe trip my entire personality, but I did just get off the plane, so I'm still hot in that mindset.
Yes.
There was this German girl sitting next to us in one of the beer halls, and we were telling her we were from the United States, and she's like, "Oh, I lived in Cincinnati for a year and
Yeah.
like studied something for school there." And we were like, "Oh, that kind of sucks."
Random.
Like, whatever, Ohio. And then someone asked her like, "Would you ever go back to the USA?" And she's like, "Oh, I'd like to go back to Cincinnati someday." I'm like, "You don't need to go there."
You don't need to. You can stop talking about Cincinnati.
Yeah, you saw Ohio. That was cool. She's like, "Oh, well, I would always love to see LA too." I'm like, "You don't need to really go there either.
You don't. LA is not what it used to be.
You can spend a weekend there, go see all the sites, similarly to what I'm doing in your country, and then get out of there."
Yeah, there's better places. You're better off going to Duluth in Minnesota, maybe like the Lake Superior North
Yeah.
Shore, and seeing some of that rather than going to Cincinnati or Cleveland.
Go to a Gopher football game that hopefully gets somehow flexed to 11 a.m. and then, in typical European fashion, railgate to the Wild game.
Yeah, and you can double dip and see a couple of sports in
God, I
our state.
hate that game's at. It should be an 11 a.m.
It should be
When
an
was the
11
last
game.
time we played Purdue after 2:30 p.m.? Even the
It's
season
never.
where we were undefeated going into homecoming,
think
it
it was still 11
a
a.m.
2:30 game. We were
or
ranked.
2:30 game. 2:30 would have been perfect.
Yeah.
I was getting I'm kind of over the. I mean, I'm not. I
Just
like
fucks
11
up, it
games.
fucks up your whole day, though.
Your whole day, because that last Saturday, well, not this past weekend, the Saturday before, and we were out drinking all fucking day.
Yeah,
like,
when
with
you
that
got to get
game.
up early, you can't do anything on Friday because you got to behave. So you kind of throw away Friday, and then Saturday you got to be up by like 7 or 8 to get to the tailgate, and then by the end of the game you're just like a zombie, and
Like, well, we got to keep this going.
it kind of takes up your whole
drinking.
weekend. So I
Yeah.
do agree with that. Yeah,
But then it made it worse.
2:30 is the sweet spot.
That'd be a good time. I mean, this night game will be fine too. But the last weekend it also didn't help that the Vikings were playing at 8:30.
Yeah, that.
And then they did it 2 weeks in a row.
I'm glad that whole thing's done. Although,
They have a bye this week. We can kind of have a little break.
yep.
Well,
Should we just talk about that now?
we should get into
Okay.
that. Yes, Vikings in London.
Yeah, Vikings win in London. At least they
Undefeated in London.
undefeated in London, winless in Dublin, but we moved on from that. Yeah, it was an interesting. I only got to watch really the first quarter, and then my phone died at the Hofbräu House beer hall. But I did catch up on all the highlights when I got back, and it was a weird game. Did you see? Was Jordan Addison lost in London for like a night and completely skipped out on a team meeting,
He must have.
and then he got benched for the entire first quarter?
Yeah, I don't. We were kind of stipulating or theorizing what he was doing to get benched for one quarter. I didn't hear anything on it. I have no idea. They probably won't disclose that.
Couldn't have been anything good.
That'll come out 10 years down the road.
Yeah.
But no, I'm like, was he joyriding in like London or something by Big Ben? Just
Left side of the road.
gets a rental. Yeah, on the wrong side because he's confused on what side to drive on.
Yeah.
Joyriding. The coaches caught him before the cops did, which is good.
Yeah, maybe he was just at a pub watching a little soccer.
Yeah, maybe he's a big soccer guy. Puffing on doing
Makes the game-winning play though, so it didn't matter.
a little bit of what was it called, sneef?
Oh yeah, Schneef.
Schneef.
Chief.
Dude,
Schneef.
I can't wait for you guys to try Schneef.
I'm for sure.
I'm
gonna
kind
partake.
of. I'll try some schneef.
It's no, dude. It's nothing. It's not bad.
No, I'll do schneef.
It was funny because this
I'd
was
do
like
it.
one dude. Yeah, it was just every person who I gave Schneef to who had never tried it was like, I'll try it once, and then every 10 minutes, like, can I have more Schneef?
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those things where you just it probably gives you like a kind of a buzz, like a any chewing tobacco
Like
or
a Zin.
or
It's like
a
a Zin.
Velo
You
or
throw in a
whatever.
Zin, you just get a little kick start, and you're back.
You gotta love that, and I feel like Schneef does that too. Especially it goes right to your probably
right to your brain. It's the most direct way of taking nicotine.
so it hits you right away. Where a Zin maybe takes a minute or two or whatever. Any chewing tobacco, this
yeah,
just hits
and
you right
a
away.
lot of people over there smoke cigarettes.
Yeah,
It's so funny seeing areas of buildings that are dedicated to sitting in and smoking,
that's funny. That
like,
we do not have
including
that
the
here.
airport.
Wow, some Americans would be very jealous of that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I can't believe though, dude, that just the Vikings were over there for 2 weeks.
I know. I know you're getting paid to do that. That's their job, but that's got to be a lot.
It's got to be like I think I
so
saw a tweet where Pete Bursich said like after they got off their 10-hour flight or whatever back from London, he was like, I'm never getting on an airplane again.
Yeah, that's just got to
Because
be.
especially for the crew who didn't stay over there, think about it. Dublin back, you're home for like 3 days, and then you basically do it again.
I know.
Like that's a lot. And credit to the Vikings though for doing that because those weren't genuine road games, so they didn't have to deal with like an away crowd at least.
Yes.
And they didn't have to sacrifice any home games, so it did make sense. But Carson Wentz just, I guess, just existing, not being bad but not really being good either.
Yeah, he's kind of in this middle territory where, and it's not all necessarily his fault because our offensive line is down to one starter or was down to one starter.
Sorry to interrupt, but I'm going to defend our offensive line last game. They played good.
So they were getting lit up a little bit early on in the game by that defense, but they held their ground to an extent, especially on that last drive. They came together that last drive. They looked like a group of starters, like they banded together, full Mighty Duck style or whatever.
They did the flying V.
They did the flying V.
Yeah.
They did that, and they gave Carson Wentz time to throw the football. I mean, Wentz, you give him time to throw the football, he's gonna make.
He can sling it.
He slings the ball. I mean, we're gonna score on every drive. Honestly, at least a field goal. I mean, if you give him that time to throw, because he's an experienced guy. So I thought in the end he came up clutch. Got Addison on that in the end zone at the end, and I kind of had that feeling where I'm like, I think we're gonna score here. But it was looking rough. Like we were seeing like deja vu from the week before when we were still on our side of the 50, and we're sitting, oh fuck.
You're just waiting for a pick to happen.
Yep, he slings it across the middle, gets Jefferson across the middle. I think it was on a kind of a 3rd and 8 situation or whatever, 2nd and 8. And then from there, I'm like, oh, shit. And we just had all the momentum. We were at least going to tie it. I'm like, at least if we go to overtime, that's fine. I don't want to deal with that stress right now since it's, I woke up at 7:30 to watch this game. Mm-hmm. But in the end, Wentz came up clutch. Cam Akers,
Yeah.
QB3.
I forgot he threw a touchdown.
He came. Well, I'm watching this, and I forgot that it signed him. We haven't seen a lot from him. I don't know what fucking number he has.
You just see the tweet recycled where
he
said, "I want a girlfriend, bro," or he said, "I want a girlfriend really bad," and this random guy responded to him and goes, "Man, I'm in my 30s. Good job chasing my goals. Just keep tracing your dreams, man, and the money will come." And then Cam Akers responds to him, said, "Not gonna lie, I'm not trying to be like you, bro." I've seen that recycled a lot. Haven't seen much of Cam Akers until this week, but
no, that tweet might have been recycled then a couple times after that baller throw.
Yeah.
So because the guy he was talking to would never do that.
Right.
In an NFL game. But I remember watching and I'm like, who's 31? Who is this?
Yeah.
And then we're like, it's Cam Akers.
a creative player.
Like,
It's like
wow.
it's like Gophers running backs who just get created in the tunnel. Mm-hmm. At one point, like during the Cal game, remember how they're like, "Oh yeah, this guy, he's like a 5th-year senior. We've never seen him before." That's like Vikings running backs at one point this year.
Mm-hmm. Down to Jones is out.
Jordan Mason.
You have Xavier Scott, and you had like another guy.
Yeah.
And Cam Akers. I swear there was another guy in
Is
that.
Ty Chandler? Is he still alive? Is he still breathing?
I think what is he just?
Oh, he's just
kick
like
returning?
a special.
Yeah, he's just
special
a kick
teams,
returner.
Yeah.
He's the kind of guy where like, oh, we can fast guy.
Yeah.
Can trust him on the special teams, but if he gets injured, not a big deal. We don't want to risk putting in another guy that might do that.
He's like the guy at the office who you're like, what does he actually do? And it's like, I don't know, but he must be pretty good at it because
He can do
he's
something.
still around.
All right, we got a question here that I want you guys to address from Ted here. If Carson keeps winning, will they still put in McCarthy? What's local sports radio saying?
I was gonna get to this. So McCarthy, I think, has been deemed healthy.
So he could start as early as this week, or they could put him in.
I thought he was practicing.
So yeah, here's my thing. Well, the thing is, not this week. It's a bye week. So that's the thing is that
You could have a quarterback battle at practice for a couple weeks.
I think if the Vikings were playing this weekend, I would say Wentz would be playing again. Since McCarthy is just practicing, they're not going to rush it. Wentz is we're 3-2 right now. He's 2-1 as a starter right now. I think it is. So, but when they come back, they're playing the Eagles.
Yeah,
at home.
it's a big game.
But
I
don't know, man. It's going to be tough. It depends on how healthy they think McCarthy is. But then there's all those conspiracies around that people are saying
that he's not even that injured.
He's not that injured. This was kind of like a benching moment for him, but they didn't want to say they're benching him because they committed to him. Yada yada yada. I don't fucking know.
I was just about to say, yeah, they could easily keep their cards close to them and say, we're gonna see how McCarthy looks in practice and deem whether he's injured or not and put it on the injury report. But then again, if you put him on the injury report and say he's not playing and Carson Wentz goes out, then you have to throw in Desmond Ridder or Max Brosmer.
Brosmer. I think it's Brosmer over.
It probably is
Ritter.
Brosman, but
I forgot we had Desmond Ritter. We're like, oh, well, before the half on Sunday,
so weird. They're just
Wentz went out.
yeah.
It looked like he was like his shoulder was low. Like, I mean, no, he dislocated his shoulder. And then I'm like, oh no, like, oh, they're gonna have to put in Brosmer. Then someone mentioned Desmond Ritter. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh,
He's
no.
been chilling on the bench.
No Desmond Ritter. No Desmond Ritter.
Desmond Ritter.
Rather just
No.
go Brosmer at that point.
Right.
But or maybe we can just resolve this by a 2 quarterback system,
Oh, like a tandem.
a tandem bit, like goal, like
The
I mean,
Giants are kind of doing that, right? There's some plays where Russ goes
Yeah,
in.
he comes in.
They don't let him throw because
No.
he throws danger balls. To,
Yeah.
you know.
Killer gunslinger. I
Yeah.
think they do a 2 quarterback system. They just maybe put them sometimes both on the field.
Sure.
Don't have a running back out there. Put Wentz in.
Put
the-
them side by side, and you
Yeah.
don't know which guy it's going to direct snap to.
It's kind of a wildcat like the
a
Cam
double
Akers.
shotgun.
Right. It's like a Cam Akers situation, except they're a lot more reliable in terms of throwing. So
Yeah.
now you're just like, now you don't know if they're going to throw or pass or run or pass or whatever, or if they're going to pass. You don't know.
At this point, dude, unless McCarthy's like really bad, I think you just gotta ride him out.
Agreed.
And even
Yeah.
if he's not great, invest in your draft pick and let him develop, and hope by the end of the season, even if we miss playoffs, you see some improvement
Yes.
Yeah.
that you can
Yes.
build on for next year. I know that
That's-
might be loser mentality. I just don't think you're going to go anywhere with Carson Wentz. You might be looking at another first-round playoff elimination. Like, it's just going to be – it's like Kmart Sam Darnold,
Yeah.
what you're going to get out of Wentz.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, like I said, if Darnold can do what he did last year, Wentz can do it. I mean,
Yeah,
I
he
think
can.
Wentz, I know he's injured. I would say Wentz can probably be as good as what we saw with Darnold last year, but Wentz has been in those playoff positions and has won, or I don't know, actually. Oh, no, he actually hasn't.
He has not.
He
Jake.
hasn't.
That
I mean,
is
with the Eagles-
completely incorrect.
I'm incorrect.
He technically has never played a playoff game.
He's never been in a playoff game, so I guess we don't know.
but he is a Super Bowl champion.
He technically is a
True.
Super Bowl, 2-time Super Bowl champion, right?
Yeah, with the Rams,
Talked
right?
about it with the Rams. So yeah, we were talking about this a couple weeks ago because he
Yeah,
was
it's-
backup on Kansas City last year, but they didn't win.
It's the bit where you're like, I wrote my name on the top of the paper but didn't do anything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
At least with the
Paid
Eagles he
someone to do
did,
your
but
homework.
with the Rams, like lucky trade.
sure. And he, you can still put that on his resume.
Phil Kessel,
Yeah, Phil Kessel of the
really
league.
good he's really good at doing that too.
Yeah, it's tough.
Speaking of the bye week, guys, did you see Andrew Van Ginkel? Also, shout out to Van Ginkel. Follows us on Instagram.
Beautiful.
So if he's watching this, his wife shut down a potential Love Boat reboot that was in the works of happening this weekend. Let me find this tweet. So
That can never happen again.
yeah, so Victologist 20 years ago.
No, yeah, unless you're there, Sarge,
we're there.
or we're there.
Yeah. Yeah, Victologist on
a scandal
Twitter
for us, too.
honored the Love Boat scandal. 20 years ago today, October 6, 2005, several Vikings players chartered a cruise on Lake Minnetonka during the team's bye week. It would be later dubbed the Love Boat scandal. We all know what happened on that boat. A lot of sex. Large men pissing in people's yards, according to police reports. Sex toys, probably other stuff, who knows. And then Samantha Van Ginkel responds and says, as a lifelong Vikings fan, I'll never forget what happened the last time a boat was involved. So when a few people were planning out a cruise on Minnetonka for bye week, I dropped an article in the group chat with all the details. Safe to say no one's setting sail this week.
Good.
The fact, if they were looking at the same charter, dude, the quote about history repeating itself is very true.
Especially being it's 20 years later from it happening. Oh man.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
It could. Too many
even-
stars are aligning there.
Yeah, even if they have a very harmless charter boat ride out there, you're
You
not going to
can't-
live it down.
you can't.
They're like, you guys but you win on a boat on Lake Minnetonka, right?
You're gonna get
20
mocked. You're gonna get mocked about it.
It was Love Boat 2.0. Even if nothing happened on it, you're never gonna. No one's gonna live that down.
Like even if there's not videos of guys banging hookers, people will just assume the hookers were hiding somewhere.
Yeah, right. Or they were there in spirit.
Right. Yeah, you
On a
can't.
charter boat.
Shout out to,
Oh man, yeah.
big shout out to Samantha Van Ginkel. Good thing there's one of us Vikings fans on the inside of the team.
Yep.
Yes.
You know, because like obviously players don't grow up being lifelong Vikings fans unless they're from here or somehow rooted for us, which kind of surprised Carson Wentz didn't stop this.
I know.
Who's a lifelong Vikings fan, who was actually
Was he in the
probably
group
in
chat?
middle school during. Yeah, I feel like he actually wouldn't have got invited.
He probably wouldn't. Yeah, he
Not
has
his
a wife.
scene. Like
Kids,
4
right?
kids.
Yeah, he's an older. I mean, he's not incredibly old, but he's
He
know,
probably
his
wants to go
early 30s
duck
now.
hunting this weekend.
Yeah, he's probably getting a duck hunting group chat together or whatever. Oh, he's
Yeah.
definitely probably. Well, yeah, is the duck opener this weekend? I don't know
I
if it
think
is.
it's coming up. Right?
Pheasant opener on Saturday.
He's
So
definitely doing that.
He's doing that. He's
doing
probably got
that.
some land, being he
But-
lives up here. Sure. Yeah.
He's a lifelong Vikings fan, technically. He should have caught this
He knows.
for a player's wife.
Yeah, 20 years ago. Oh, he definitely was in the news about it.
Dude,
in
could
the
you
news about
imagine
it.
if people were like, dude, it happened again?
Yeah. And I was on the team.
Yeah.
I wasn't just a fan. I was on the team.
was there.
Oh man, this I was talking about a couple weeks ago though too about this being like every 8 years since when we make the NFC Championship game, and
Yeah.
it's even more coming to life that this could be a reality. In that, in 2017, 8 years ago, when we made it to the NFC Championship game, we started 2-2, and we played the Browns in London.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So
You got to dig deeper on this. I bet there's just more fossils to be uncovered.
Yep.
in
There's
this.
something
There's just
there.
more shit. So
More
that's
legs to the parlay.
That's why you might have to just roll with Carson Wentz here if you want to see your team, your Minnesota Vikings, make a run in the playoffs.
Yeah.
But then again, those two previous cycles of making a run, they did not end well. They ended in disappointing fashion.
Yeah.
They did not end. They did not end in not even a Super Bowl appearance. So
Or how about this? Carson Wentz takes us all the way there, gets hurt last game of the year, just like
yep.
same exact thing.
Oh, that
McCarthy
would be
that comes
tough.
in.
I
Wouldn't that
mean, but
suck?
I'm fine with that going the same way because that means that
We get a Super
we get a
Then
Super
we get a
Bowl.
Super Bowl.
And if I'm any player, I would take getting injured for a Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. As a fan, you can break my entire body.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'll be in like one of those casts that the SpongeBob guy's in.
Yep. Just be sitting there.
Royce Lewis thing.
As long as I'm not blind.
I'll take it. Give me the
and I
Super
can
Bowl.
witness
I'll
it.
go back to Europe and get stranded there for another month.
Yeah.
If we can have a Super Bowl.
We can just have a Super Bowl without a phone, anything like
Yeah.
that. If you can
Without
just
a
have a
goofy
Super
little
Bowl.
European phone charger.
Yeah.
And their cop cars that go ha 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 ha.
That's some stupid shit. That's why we make fun of Europe.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
And the fact that you have to pay to use public bathrooms. The fuck is that?
that's ridiculous.
What are we doing?
Do they at least take card?
They do.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
If it was cash, that'd be
Most
a
expensive
whole other.
piss you'll ever take in your life unless you get caught doing it in public. That's
Sure.
more expensive one.
Right.
Last thing I have, at least on the Vikings game, well, actually a couple things. What are your guys' take on the TV wire? I know it didn't
yeah.
really matter in the end because we still won the game, but if it did happen to matter,
How
it was,
do they
it was
not?
an extra point, right?
No, it was a field goal.
Was
I
it
think.
field goal?
1-yard field goal.
Oh,
1
okay.
yard
Yeah.
field goal, and it was I didn't even notice it when it happened. I don't think a lot of people did. It looked like it just kind of. I was saying how like it looked like it was going, and it just looked
just-
like my golf shot.
It looks like a golf ball that
Yeah.
has a crack in it, right?
Yeah,
It just
exactly.
shoots off one direction,
Gives
not
it-
because of your swing.
Sure, or optimism that it could be from my swing. You're optimistic. Oh, it looks straight, and then it just goes right, slices. But yeah, I don't know how they didn't, because I remember that's happened before, and they catch it right away, and they'll be like re-kick or whatever.
That's what, yeah.
The fact that they didn't, that someone's not on that, like from a camera perspective, like just at least reviewing it or looking at it, and notice that, I think is absolutely bizarre. That would have really sucked if we did end up losing the game, or even if we went to overtime and instead of getting a touchdown at the end of the game and went to overtime and lost, people would be like, what the fuck? And I would have been like, dude, like that is
That would have
bullshit.
been the most Minnesota Vikings thing ever to
Yep.
lose a game because the ball hit the wire. Mm-hmm. And they lose by 2 because the ball hit the wire.
So I'm actually shocked that we ended up winning that game.
Riker
Usually
just
that
doesn't
goes
miss
win.
kicks like that,
No.
though. When he misses kicks, it's not like a fucking shank.
No, it's not because that did
And
look
no
like
one tipped it.
No. It looked like it just completely veered right and had a mind of its own.
Yeah.
And we've seen some really bad kicks that genuinely happens from really bad kickers.
Right. College.
Rijkaard does not do
No.
that.
No.
Okay, if he misses, it's like a straight right, barely
He
straight
curves
left,
right,
barely.
but not that far right.
Yeah, no, that was
Catch my drift. At the
yeah, right.
part, but
Yeah, mine definitely doesn't curve that far right.
No.
No, it was bizarre, very bizarre situation. NFL needs to get their shit. Well, Europe in general needs to get their shit. NFL Europe needs to get their shit together.
Oh, also
all ways.
the Colts play in Munich in 2 weeks, so you guys are done waking up at 8, but I got one more.
Oh
in
yeah,
Munich.
Munich. Did you see the stadium in which they're going to play?
I didn't, but apparently that soccer team is really good.
Hmm.
They're one of the best teams in the German
League.
league. Yeah,
They make the Champions League Cup, I assume. Then
I got no idea.
kind of
Couldn't
know
tell.
what
I don't.
that means.
I don't care about soccer. I
Yeah,
can't
I
do soccer.
can't get into it, dude. I other than the World Cup, I just can't do it.
Yeah.
Can't do it. It's just 90 minutes of just back and forth, or maybe being at midfield, and then maybe there's one exciting play that might go in. It might not.
And they can tie.
I know.
Why we shouldn't even allow ties in the NFL? Like Packers Cowboys, it's so disappointing to see a game end in a tie.
Well, we already hate ties, so in soccer it happens way more often.
Oh yeah,
so that's why it sucks.
It's a very normal result in soccer.
That's why
They're
we
like,
hate
we're gonna
ties.
do 10 minutes of overtime or whatever, 20 plus stoppage time, and if we're just tied, everyone's just gonna go home, and that's it.
I think they might in Europe. I think there are some fan bases that almost look at a tie as a win because
Yeah.
it's so hard to win. Sure, but like
I guess if you're playing like a really good team, a tie is not bad. Like,
But we didn't grow up in America. We don't learn. Did we tie the Revolutionary
No.
War over Europe? No, we won, bitch.
no, you either win or you lose.
Yeah, we won.
Tie is a loss in America.
Yeah, we won in World War II. We
Right.
beat the Germans.
Yep, I was there.
Yeah, you were there. So
did, yeah.
You should have said like
I think Germany beat me though.
yeah they.
I'm being honest.
It might have
I'm
beat you
pretty
this
sick,
week.
pretty sleep deprived, and I couldn't leave the country for a day, so I call that a wash.
That sucks.
Yeah, only other thing I had, Joe Flacco got traded after the game to the Bengals. So I don't know who had this tweet from the main account. Genius stuff. I don't know what the stats are around this. There can't be many examples of this, but Joe Flacco could be the first quarterback to beat the Green Bay Packers for two different teams in one season.
Wouldn't that be hilarious?
That would be so fucking awesome.
That would be so funny. I didn't even think about that. And I think no matter what happens the rest of the year with the Vikings, that would be our Super Bowl.
Yep. Oh yeah, whoever said the tweet, credit to them on our account. I
Yeah.
feel like it was Zane or
Yeah,
Tyrus.
probably Zane or someone, one
Or
of
even
those
Nick
folks.
Lewis, some like weird brain stuff.
Yep.
They said we should retire his jersey in U.S. Bank.
We for sure should. That would be the biggest troll of
A
all time.
split jersey.
Yeah, split. Browns in
Retired.
Cleveland.
Yep.
It'd be the only
Swept the Packers
swept Packers in 1 year with
in
two
1
teams.
year with two teams.
I think that would be the only time in history that you'd see another player's team retired in another team's stadium. And I think that would make total sense, and I think most of the league would agree with that.
Has a quarterback ever beaten the same team in 1 year?
With two teams. Or, yeah.
Two different rosters.
Yep.
There's no way this has ever happened, right?
Dude, I'm trying to.
Who
think.
knows?
Not in our lifetime.
I mean, this is an AI.
This could have
answer,
happened in
so-
like the 60s or 70s. I can
Yeah,
totally
that's
see
what I'm
that.
thinking, Jake. If anything.
Yeah.
Yes, it's possible. And while Joe Flacco was on the verge of becoming the first to do so, and he almost did it in 2019,
So that's kind of funny that he's destined to do this.
he's already chased this dream. man.
What was it on 2019? Was it
Ravens and
to- the fuck did he go?
I don't even know.
Was it the Jets? Did he go to the Jets? Didn't he play for the Jets?
I think he did.
This is like some guy conversation here. Where did Flacco go?
Apparently, Jack Kemp holds the distinction of being the only NFL quarterback to beat the same team twice in one season with two different teams, achieving this in 1962 when he led the Chargers and Bills to beat the Titans.
Dude, your brain.
I knew
Jake,
it.
Is on fire. Today.
I probably subconsciously knew that.
Well, no, this
crazy.
is Jack Kemp.
No, I know. I said.
Oh, you already knew this.
No. I didn't know that. I didn't know that for a fact. I said it was probably someone in the 60s. I
Oh,
guarantee it happened, but
yeah.
it happened in the 60s or the 70s with someone we don't know. And sure enough, Jack Kemp, 1962.
Who did Joe Flacco play for in 2019?
Yeah, you got to look that up.
Oh, the Broncos.
Oh yeah, he went to the Broncos.
He got traded during the season
Yeah.
from the Ravens to the Broncos, and then who did he play both times?
Yeah, I'm curious.
And he
what
got
team-
traded to
that'd
the
be funny.
Jets, and then I think
the next year.
and that's when he took like a year or two off, and then just showed up at the Browns last year. Then he went Browns, Colts, Browns, Bengals. Dude, he's putting up some what's his name? Mick. Oh my gosh, not Matt
Is
Fitzpatrick.
it Matt Fitzgerald?
Ryan
Ryan
Fitzpatrick.
Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Jet-lag brain.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's sniffing some of those numbers.
He is.
And Carson Wentz is also trying.
He's doing the same thing.
He's in the conversation.
I think. Do we play the? Oh, we played the Bengals already. Yeah, we played the Jake Browning version of the Bengals. The guy
Yeah.
that we shouldn't have cut.
He's ass.
He's bad.
He's got a hot girlfriend though.
Sure. So he won it
and
life.
he's made some money.
You're a starting quarterback in the NFL with a hot piece of ass.
Yes.
You've won. You got
it. You're doing. Hey,
Won at life.
You're doing better than all three of the guys in this room.
tenfold.
Tenfold.
Yeah, it just good. So,
Our ceilings are lower than what you're at right now.
so we can sit here and rip on the
So
guy.
we are
but,
allowed to do this.
but it's he can clap back whenever he wants. So I don't care. But yeah, not at the Vikings per se, but like us ripping on him, he's won. He's already won it.
Although we
He's
should
fine.
have cut him. And
We
I
definitely
think the
should have
Bengals might have to cut him now.
I don't understand why.
He is so bad.
Honestly, he's a practice squad quarterback at best, and he's like the second stringer. He's been this. I thought he was out of the league.
I should have asked that girl from Munich's what her take is on Jake Browning since she was pro Cincinnati.
Yeah, you should.
She'd be like, "What are your thoughts on Jake Browning?"
She'd be like, "Who the fuck is that?" I'm like, "That is
Exactly. Exactly. We should have cut him.
the right analysis there."
That's all I had written down. Anything else you guys had this week? Not the craziest week in sports, which
No, this is just sports right now. The Toronto Blue Jays are up
Oh yeah, MLB playoffs. That's
6
right.
to 1 in the top of the third. They could close
has
the
our
Yankees out.
has
So
our
that'd be
friend
sick.
Louis Varland gotten any action in the playoffs?
Yes, and he's thrown 102. He looks great.
Yep. Good move, Poll ads getting rid of him.
That's I'm not shocked.
That one made no fucking sense.
He was like one of our better, more
league
consistent
minimum
pitchers.
till 2031.
Yep. Minnesota
Locked
guy
in.
too.
Playing so well. No, let's trade him for nothing.
Just pathetic.
So bad.
And then they come back and say they're not selling the team, and it's part of the reason that I just don't I don't care for that fucking team.
I just love Sarge's sports curve where he just has to watch the Twins for 162 games, and then he transitions right into the Blackhawks.
For them to lose in the game one, although it's one game and you play the reigning Stanley Cup champions, so everything will be okay, right?
Lost by one. They
Lost
hung
by
in
one.
there.
Yeah, they might
Hang in there.
be kind of bad. Not
No,
just
they're
really
they're gonna be bad guys. I'm well aware.
bad. Yeah.
The Wild will be good enough to make the playoffs, and
And hey, the Wild will probably lose to him at least once or twice this year because that always happens
in like horrible fashion
at
too.
home.
Yep.
For like a big primetime matinee game.
I know it'll be some random ass name. Did the? Oh yeah, I forgot to check. Did the Wild have like a day before, day after Thanksgiving Friday?
Oh
game
yeah.
again?
Oh yeah. We're definitely
they do.
I already charted that one off. That's an annual one.
Friday 11/28, 2:30 against the Avalanche, and I think the
That would be a good one.
Gophers play Wisconsin that Saturday. That's another. Oh, the Avalanche. See, they always schedule awesome games. For
Yeah,
that.
that's always like an in conference or in division game.
Yep.
That's always it. God, dude, Thanksgiving weekend is such a good sports weekend.
It's beautiful.
Like so much football, so many rivalries,
Yep.
playoff push for teams who are actually in the college football playoff
Yep.
conversation, not the Gophers.
Almost conference football
the
championship season.
The Wild are at like their peak of the season, before they get all injured and shit.
Yep.
Usually like leading. They're usually like the
first-
last 2 years. They're like first in the league.
They're
going
fir-
into Thanksgiving weekend always.
Typically, they're riding high, but that's fine. We'll take it even if
Yeah.
they fall a little bit. But yeah, I love those matinee games.
Yeah,
I'm
they're
trying
the
to see
best.
about December if they.
They have any of those.
Yeah, they need Christmas Day hockey games.
They really do.
I don't want to sit and watch the NBA.
No,
I'll watch the
I can't
Wolves.
do
The
it.
Wolves play on Christmas
Sure.
Day, and I think the Vikings play on Christmas Day this
They
year,
play on Christmas Day.
which is exciting. Got the Lions, which is fitting. But yeah, I agree. Outside of that,
Wild do play the day before Christmas Eve. They play on Christmas Eve, so that's the
All right.
closest thing we get to it at home
yeah,
against the Preds. But
something will just bridge the gap. Christmas Eve, maybe hang out with family. Actually, hang out with family and not watch sports.
yep, Thursday Gophers Lions, Vikings Lions, 3:30 p.m. Netflix.
That's Oh, it's a Netflix game.
Netflix game.
God, dude, this season is just crack.
Yeah.
2 Europe games, Carson Wentz, JJ McCarthy, Netflix, Christmas Day.
Yeah.
What you might as well add a whiteout in there at this rate.
That
I
I
mean,
mean that Christmas Day game. I
there's
mean,
not
it's gonna
one
be at
week-
US Bank Stadium.
There's
It's-
not 1 week that's the same as another this year for the Vikings,
No.
which is good. I mean,
It's a
keeps-
different
keeps
season
it
every year.
interesting. Last year was like we were just winning all the time, which was fun,
Fun.
but
This
that gets boring.
This is kind of a more normal, but I feel better. It's weird with the going back with the Vikings. I felt more confident, or at least optimistic at this point. I feel more optimistic at this point this season of
Than
them
you
winning
did last year.
a playoff game.
Oh yeah,
I was like, we're playing too good with Sam Darnold that he's gonna
they're more battle hardened
lay
now.
a dud in a playoff game, or he's not gonna turn up when the pressure's high and we're in a playoff game. He's never proven that. Where I'm like, now we're battling back and forth. Like, I don't know how good this is the type of team that makes a run in the playoffs whenever the
Like
Vikings
the
do
Rams
this
last
shit.
year, they were 500 for a lot of the year.
Yeah, and they beat us. They went to Philly and lost
Yeah.
after they beat us. But still,
Almost
like,
beat Philly.
I'm more confident they can win a playoff game with this team currently than we did at this point last year, even though we were maybe 5-0. You know, I just don't know why that is. I was probably still hurting about the Kirk and having Darnold in there. Sure, maybe, but I just didn't think Darnold could win in the big moments. And I think we have a better
And you were a hater, and you were right. The haters were right.
sure, but I think we have a better, maybe even with McCarthy too, of winning a playoff game if we get there. I
Never know.
Just with this team, we'll see.
You never
See.
know.
You never know. You really do never know as a Minnesota sports fan. Well, most of the time you do.
Yeah,
It's gonna end in a loss,
You just
but
you hope for the best, you expect the worst.
sure, you never know.
All right, I think that just about does it, fellas. Good show. Glad to be back in America. Glad I could make this. But thanks so much to everyone for listening. Also, make sure to drink Captain's Patch. Opening night, Saturday night. I know we can't go because unless they somehow flex the Gopher game to 11 a.m., which they won't do. But make sure to drink Captain's Patch, section 105, 115, C13, and also get it at select liquor stores, captainspatch.com. Make sure to buy our merch, 10ktakesmn.com. Check out everything we got on there. Thank you so much to everyone for supporting us, continuing to listen, watch, and support us every week, and we will see you next time.
We'll see you next time or next week, unless we I don't know, die in a car crash. I shouldn't
Jesus
be. I shouldn't
Christ,
be.
Yeah,
What the fuck?
I shouldn't be saying that.
The show.
End the show now.
I shouldn't be saying that because never mind. It's Halloween. I've been watching